this is Yuri from YNC Comics, and today we have a very special episode. Many times we receive friends or people asking us in our books, in our videos and through messages, how we get a book graded, or how do we get it in this little slab, as they call it, and what company is best, or what companies are out there that do this. So we want to talk a little bit about that and address those specific questions. So here we go. There is 3 main companies in the United States that do these services. One is the CGC, the other one is the CBCS, and the PGX. But there is one more company. This one is an Australian company, so it's in Australia. Maybe it's irrelevant, but maybe we have friends in Australia watching us. I don't know. It is called Halo Certification. They provide those services for us. But I am going to talk a little bit about the grading before we go into the companies. And the grading scale, this is the letter grading scale, goes from NM, which is near mint, to PR, which is poor. So that tells you a lot about the grading, the letter grading scale. Then we have the number grading scale, and this one is a little bit different because it starts at 0.5 to 0.9. It goes up by half a grade, but once you get to grade 9 to 10, it goes up by 0.2. So 9.2, 9.4, 9.8. That's how the grade goes from 0.5 to 10. 10 is the top. And we're going to talk a little bit about how you submit your comic books to the CGC, the CBCS, and PGX. The 3 of them have the same process, a little bit different and a little bit faster in one or the other. But you go online, open an account, fill out the forms online, and submit it. Send it to them through a package. Or you go to through a dealer, which sometimes could be a comic book shop. So find out, maybe your comic book shop does this and you don't know. The other way is you go to a Comic-Con, which is the most popular, and you drop off your comic books, your favorite comic books, and they can also provide other services at those conventions, which is what I've done many times. And they mail it for you. They take care of everything for you. So that's the way the 3 companies do it. Halo in the other way is different. They have an email address. You have to email the person in charge, and then they send you the forms. You fill out the forms, and they have to have a minimum of 5 books to process your request, and you have to pay for submitting the package. So that's different. But again, that's only for Australia. And then when your books come back, usually they have a grade, but they also have a color label. And in this case, I'm gonna talk about CGC because that's one of my favorite and the one I use the most. But CGC has a lot of color labels, and in this case, I have a green, a purple, a yellow, and a blue. The green label means that it has a signature, but it was not witnessed by a CGC agent or signature witness. The purple one means that it was restored. So the comic book is not in its original condition. Somebody probably retouched it, painted, did something to that comic book. The yellow one, which is the signature series, means that it has a signature, and the CGC had a witness. One of their staff was a witness of this signature. And in this case, they even have a special label signature that you have right here. Mine has Stan Lee on it because this was a special edition, and it was Stan Lee's signature. Now Marvel provides you a special label with your favorite character. So if your comic book is one of Captain America, you can get a yellow label with Captain America on it. Of course, that will cost you more. That's a personalized, or I don't know, a different type of signature label, but it's still a signature label. And then you have the regular label, which is a blue label. That means it has nothing. Here's my comic book, please grade it for me. That's all you're doing. And in this case, I have the Totally Awesome Hulk 22, and it's a 9.8, as you can see. It is very rare to find a 10. I haven't seen it. If somebody there seen it, let me know. Then you have the CBCS. CBCS has also the blue, yellow, and red label, but I don't have the red label with me. But the blue label means it's just a regular comic book. The yellow label means it was witnessed. The signature was witnessed and it's a signature. The red label means that it has a signature, but it was not authenticated, or it was not witnessed by one of their people. So that's what it means. And then you have the PGX. This one is the least popular in my case. I don't use it that often, and I don't really like it. And I think they only have the blue label and the yellow label. Yellow always means signature. That's pretty much it. Of course, depending on what you want the company to do to your book, that's how much you pay. In this case, when I send it to the CGC, here is the pricing for you guys. You have to go to their website to make sure that the prices haven't changed, but I always use the economy package, which is $38, and means that I have to wait 12 weeks for my comic book to come back from the moment I deliver it. And then the CBCS has the same type of package, but they charge $30, and it's the consumer package. Then we have the PGX. They're very simple. They have two options. The modern comic book rating, which is 1978 to current, it's $30 per comic book. And the standard comic book rating, which is anything prior to 1978, $20. That's it. But the CGC gets a little more complicated because they have their signature series, which is this one right here, another signature series. Yes, I am showing off my Venom #1, and I have a 9.8. It's signed. This one, of course, the economy package, if I send it to the CGC, is $43. Again, meaning that I have to wait 12 weeks to get it back. If I want it back faster, I can pay extra and get it back much sooner. Then you have the difference between the CGC, CBCS, and PGX. Here is the big difference, it's the signature. The CBCS and the PGX provides you an unwitnessed signature service, which means you send them your comic book with a signature and they can validate the signature for you with a yellow label, which is pretty cool. You can pay for that service so you can get it. But CGC does not allow that. That means that CGC, if you want one of their staff members to be there to witness the signature, you also pay, but they also will witness that that is the person you said signed the comic book. So, which is one of the reasons why I prefer, if I have a signature comic book, I always prefer to get a CGC grade. You probably saw a video of this special one that I had in capsule. I had it slapped and I unslapped it to get it signed and witnessed by CGC, by Stan Lee, and now it's actually very special to me. Well, that's one. The CBCS charge you and the PGX charge you for that $25 per book if you want them to do this service for you. PGX charges you $15. CGC doesn't provide you that service. They have to be the witnesses. And then we have the reholders, which means, or you need to reslap your comic book. In this case, my slap broke. And because this is dangerous, I actually just cut myself touching this one. I want to change it. I can do that. I can send it back to the CGC, get them to slap it again for me. It will cost me from $15 to $25. It all depends on the comic book and the value of it. The CBCS charges you $10 and the PGX doesn't specify but will not charge you more than $10. Overall, the three companies that I talked to you about today have a great service. It's a service that we collectors have for comic books, but they all have their pros and their cons. And I personally like the CGC, as you probably seen me say many times. I believe that the quality of their slabs, as you can see right here, are much higher than the PGX. So yes, you're paying more, but really you're paying for quality in this case. And I will say always go with what's best for your comic book, especially if they have a sentimental value. The other thing is I do like the CBCS in the case that they have the signature authentication service. In case I got a comic book and I know I got it signed by this artist because I just happened to meet him, he was there, he signed my comic book. It was a cool event, but there was no CGC witness. I will send it to the CBCS so that they can authenticate my signature and get a yellow label and slap that comic book and protect it. That's just me. I like that. I don't like PGX at all, and I think that's because I feel they're really less quality, and I think they'll just give you a good grade, period. I don't know. I mean, that's just my perception. I'm probably wrong, but I do feel that the quality and the materials of their slabs are less quality than the other companies. So that's just my overall. And I will tell you, if you go to CBC, if you have a yellow label that is CBCS or PGX and you want to send it to CGC to get a yellow label, that's not gonna happen. They don't do that, so don't even try. But if you have a PG label, a CBCS, or you have another comic book, you can send it to the CBCS and PGX and get a yellow label. You can do that. Of course, it will cost you money, but that's the advantage of having these other companies that are willing to do that. CGC is the toughest in regards to what they accept and they don't accept. So in another video, I think I showed you guys that they returned my comic book and they said, we cannot grade this book, it's in such a poor condition. So I got it back and they returned my money. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope this answers some of your questions, and if you know more than I do, please comment in the books, let us know what you know. You probably know more than us. Alright friends, this is it for today. I hope you learned something, and if you have more questions, please comment on the video. Don't forget to subscribe and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Until next time, this is YNC Comics.